Welcome to davidfouad.com. I'm your knowledgeable Winnipeg realtor, and today I'm going to talk to you about staging. Several years ago, I was working for a custom builder who's been building good quality homes since the 1960s in Winnipeg, and I was able to acquire one of his big flagship show homes. This place was beautiful, big, spacious, well-appointed, but it wasn't furnished. It was totally vacant. So after several weeks of showing dozens of my clients his house, the common denominator was, I can't envision myself in this space. So what I was able to do is convince him to bring in a stager, and this person had a background in environmental design and graphical design, and was able to furnish the house from top to bottom, decorate it and lay it out the way it should be. And after a few short months, I was able to sell the property. Since then, he's been staging his properties and they've been selling efficiently and for top dollar. So the lesson I learned from that experience is just because a house is new doesn't mean that it can be left vacant and it'll sell itself. I've staged homes from as small as 400 square foot bachelor condo suites to humongous farmhouses. It is simply an idea that has to be embraced, painting a picture for the buyers coming into your space. So my advice is never leave a space completely empty or vacant. In fact, staging comes in various levels. You can, as I mentioned, furnish from top to bottom an empty space, or you can simply declutter, you can move stuff into storage, you can complement existing space with a stager. And stagers typically charge month to month based on the square footage to put their stuff in your empty space. But I have stagers that will come in on a consultative level and will be able to simply consult with you and say, I suggest you do X, Y, and Z, and you do it, and that's it. That's your only cost. So, as I mentioned, staging has many levels, many options, and it's important for you to entertain at least the idea of hiring somebody to help you stage. I'm going to leave you with this idea. Think of it today when you walk around and go about your business. What spaces have been staged for you as a customer? Whether it be a restaurant, a mall, a specific store. It's important for you to start realizing that setting the stage is what staging is all about. And my advice to you is when selling your property, don't delay staging until months into the market that you've been sitting without a lot of activity. The first few weeks are the most critical part of selling your property. People are watching and they're observing. And once your property sits for a few weeks, it starts to lose its appeal. I'm not saying that in all cases, but typically, if a house doesn't show well from the very beginning, it won't continue to develop the appeal that it needs to sell. Now, in my experience, based on my results, when using staging of any kind, I was able to bring more money to my buyers, to my sellers, and also able to get them their properties sold more efficiently. So I'm going to leave you with the idea of IKEA. Think of the IKEA effect. I know I just coined that right now, but the IKEA effect is simply this. You walk into their store and they paint a picture for you of what your space could look like. That's your Fouad for Thought. Please subscribe to this channel, like my Facebook page, and connect with me directly at sales@davidfouad.com, and I'll make sure to give you continued fantastic Fouad for Thought. Thanks for joining me today.